Hello? Hello. It's me again. I'm here. Playing things. That thing. Phoenix Wright. He's a great game. Okay. So, welcome back to I love Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. Fucking never give up. I love that. I love this thing. I found this on the internet. So somebody's gonna probably claim it and go, hey, you're not allowed to use that, and then I'll never be able to do it again. But I love this. It's really good. And whoever made it, I wish I knew. But yeah, it was just on the internet somewhere, and I don't think it had a thing. If it does, I'm a dick. But yeah. Hello. I'm here. I'm ready. Are you ready? You're ready. Here we go. This yeah, it is. Okay, cool. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. I gotta get ready to speak a bunch. Give me a sec. Okay. Need more water. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix, look! It's Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the public prosecutor's office yesterday. Excuse me. He told me that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. What? Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. I just remembered stuff later. Anyway, Phoenix? Well, the court will be opening for session soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. He's not... I'll be defending myself, because I'm a actually legally made attorney, so, you know, defending myself is not a bad idea. What? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. That's right, I forgot that Maya wasn't, like, even in the running of being, said to be, guilty or not. In the trial, like, actually on trial. That's the word. Okay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crimes. Crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. 2 seconds, first off. I feel like this should go over here. Yeah, let's put it right there. We're going to, like, fuck it, why not? Objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Also, opinion? Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. Oh god. Great. It started. I'm dying. Okay. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Fuck this guy. Oh, look at this. Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Both are common. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho, ho, ho. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Sure. Witness's account. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you. Some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. Impaction? If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, man, I hate this guy because he doesn't use correct words. He doesn't use real words. And also, he's an asshole, but mostly He pretends to be using correct words, even though everyone knows that they are not real. It's like one of those things of like, just that's on a different tier of just being just a dick. 9, I believe. How do you know what time it was? Because I am always abso-positively perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. Always press right there. Who cares? True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Mr. May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? I was quietly perusifying! By window, you mean the one directly across from the Fay & Co. law office? Correct. That is the only window you see. Or you see. And there you were reading papers? Correct! The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Bedlam. A bedlam? I would also ask this. It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprise! So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course! I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him! Phoenix! Spiky-haired? Really? Is that really what we get for that one? Okay. Another new... Blah, blah, blah. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Just what is your eyesight? Bleh. Gold. Counting both eyes? 40! 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? Miss May! Called her over! What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fay woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Ho ho! After all, I am El Presidente! Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, so before he's called Blanco Nino, and that means, white boy. So, you know, his, I don't know why. Anyway, please continue. The victim, she ran! Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende! I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase! Okay. Now I believe that is the contradictory thing. Yeah. The May testimony from April May says that they dodged to the right. But then was caught and struck. So... Objection. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. Well... What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts with Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh. It is simple. You must have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead... Bleh. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Yeah. Look at that face. Look at that gross face. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Absolutely. Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth. For once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Show the court where Mr. White was standing. I wonder where he was standing. It couldn't have been here. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt! Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho, ho, ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Pal! Guy! She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. Of course. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see? You hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will! I mean, yes, Your Honor. Ran to the left. Okay. Oh, God. Mr. Red White of Blue Corp. So American. I don't honestly know if this is like a jab or what, but who fucking knows, man? Okay. She ran to the left. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just press everything again. It's fun. What do you mean by that? That is what I'm about to explain! You Americans, always so impatient, it does not become you. Hey buddy, you're an American too. That's right, we are in America. When you assaulted the girl, she ran left! What do you mean, first? First? That is what comes before what happens next. You speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely! That's what I saw! I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright. There's no point hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything! The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Also refrain it, please. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. What do you mean, next? Next is what comes after first. I know that! Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Stop saying it was me! But it was you. Mr. Wright, if you can claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? Nothing? May I continue? That is what Miss May saw. So each of you saw different parts? Abso-positively! That's right, of course! Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. You see, you hit her twice! So were you watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. I know exactly what we have to do. Okay. It might be this one. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's this one because if you remember... Oh shit, wait. May have lived for a few minutes. That's unfortunate. I might have fucked something up. Hang on. Because I remember it being one blow. Right? So I think it's this. Here we go. It is. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was gonna say. It didn't say it on it, so you have to kind of remember from last time that it was one strike from a blunt object. Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow. I'm sorry. What do you say? What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. It's a victory! Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony... The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow, thwap! Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Fucking glasses. Come down. I love that. My stomach. Fucking deal with it. The oldest excuse. My stomach. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, extremely odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Alright, we're not even gonna front it. You can totally just press this as much as you want. I'm not going to press everything this time just because there's more dialogue that you can get, but this is absolutely a presentable thing. The broken remains of a glass light stand. Broken beyond all recognition. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Oof! Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it you saw the stand? Answer the question! Isn't it obvious? I saw it before it fell over! So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct! That would be no problemo, right? Big problemo! There's a big problemo. Problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred? Correct! That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. What? Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. Now this kind of tricks some people, right? You got to think about it for a second. Like, how? How does that... What? Why? You know? It's the receipt. Department store receipt. You don't get too much information on this because the Maya thing is so pushed. But you have to think, like, wait, what? This is the proof. Wait, really? I thought it was. Sorry, Your Honor, let me try that again. Really? Oh, sorry. I thought it was the receipt. No, sorry. Anyway, it's this. Sorry. My bad. I thought it was the receipt. Why did I think it was the receipt? Is that later? Maybe it's later. Fuck. Look at this! Take a look at this! Don't worry about the thing that I did before. Don't worry about that. Don't think about that. I thought it was the receipt. Fuck. Anyway. Those are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity! Sorry. I said that wrong, but whatever. Who cares? Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell, either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Gah! Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor. Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? Well, what? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Oh, Edgeworth. Young you. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court. Distinguished. Bleh. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles! Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw the accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe that, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. He went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap. Leave it to me. I feel faint. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify that what had fallen over by the sound. I now realize that I was thinking about this part with the thing and not before. Anyway. Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. Gah! What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. The wiretapping. Yeah, things ain't looking so good at the moment, right? It's pretty bad, but it'll be okay. Hopefully. One second. Ah, water. Oh, just glorious, glorious. Okay. The beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right, except how far before the murder? You know? Entered the Fay & Co. offices. Was it really you who went into the offices? Blah. Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw the glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beautacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it! There's nothing there for me to press him on. I forgot he swears. Well, quote unquote. Damn it! Oh well. Maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Okay. Oh god. I don't remember what this... Like... Again, I think it's the receipt, right? Oh, okay, no. Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright? Are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia! Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! Hey, Phoenix. Gawk? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? Okay, so people... let me just get into this for a second. Okay, we're just gonna get into this for a second. Some people get turned off by this happening, right? They explain it though. In this universe, there are strong psychic people. Specifically, this family. Maya is a mystic in training, and they'll explain more. This is actually Mia being channeled through Maya. It's fine. It's a video game. When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that it was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right, I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have the receipt in the court record, right? There it is. That's where they talk about it. Oh yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix. White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt, you idiot. front? Oh yeah, there's two sides. Weird. It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000! Wow, big spender. Item. Glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. You can't see the actual date, can you? No? Okay, cool. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. The beginning of September is that's too far. A week is 7. Anyway. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court courtroom number 1. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. I found him. So. We save. Real quick. Because, I mean, it's obvious that we have the evidence. It's obvious that, you know, you gotta present it. But, where do I present it? I think it's here. Yeah, I think it is right here. Okay. Hey, guess what? Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? What? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of the receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder! Had a bit of a hiccup there. My goodness. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White? Can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of... Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. God, I love that startup, the din 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 in the music. Ah, it's good. Eh? What? No way he can worm out of this, his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. there is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. What? Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? Inquiry? This isn't gonna be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object! Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether your claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No! There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just makes up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. Ah! The witness will stay! Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am! My life is riding on this one! I have something I would like to read to the court. Oh, yeah. I want to read the floor plans. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Take that! The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. Blackmail! I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. I love Edgeworth. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again! That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Aye! It's fine. That is all. The court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations! You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. Well, what? No! There's so much to say! Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! Hehe, I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9. The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Fashionably late. Get dick. Faye and Cole offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia, I was kinda worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Bwahaha! You should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Am I getting a call? Oh, it's a call that doesn't matter. Neat. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? I love this music too. So happy. Anyway. And who better but me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. I don't know why people call him Nick. I don't understand this. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here right now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I love that face. I'll always be here, watching. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Eat your burgers, Phoenix. Okay. Wait up. Hey, brand new episode of Spanatis. This is a Turnabout Samurai. Oh yeah, I know that one. It's a good one. They're all good ones, but now we get to get the first time that she's in this. Anyway, there's a nice, good old-fashioned little thing. It looks great. You obviously can't see a lot of it because I have the thing split in such a way like an idiot. But hey, don't worry about that. Anyway. It's time for the Turnabout Samurai. Let's get right into it. Grah! You have disgraced me for the last time, Steel Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it'll be the last moon you ever see. So stupid. See you in hell, evil magistrate! Wow! Grah! The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright & Co. offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa, stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. All of them. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Huh. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Bring! Beep. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed the villain! Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV! Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he actually did it in real life! He skewered a villain with his samurai spear! I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. It's really early. Just come to the office quick, please, Nick! October 16th, 9:22 a.m. It's bright and sunny, though. Wright & Co. law offices. Well, I mean, it's bright and sunny. Never mind. That doesn't... Anyway. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, 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 it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Bring. Yes, Wright & Co. law offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. Okay. So you get this right off the bat this time. It's really nice just to be able to have everything right here. Ooh, the game's hanging a little bit, and I don't like that. October 16th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Look at this man! What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice. Whoa. What are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No, no! No! What? No! This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. No, oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know? I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Nick! What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Let's give him a good talking to. Okay. So yeah, it's one of those, you know, fierce looking people that's just got a soft heart. Soft on the inside. He's gooey and mushy, and if you eat him, he's got a yummy gooey center. Anyway, what happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. You know, it's real too. Like, it's actually able to be used as an efficient spear, apparently. Steel Samurai. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this, and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo. Or Old-Day, if you're wrong. Fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Powers' alibi. Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studio at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. What an action scene, look at that. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. Hey man, training's hard, I guess. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go! I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Asks for autographs. Okay. At the moment I just have the attorney's badge. Okay. By the way, you can examine the prison scene and all that. It's just, you just comment, like, here. You can do it at for any of these things, and I think it's different most of the times. Like, you can examine the guard, the The door? No, not the door. The camera, but mostly it's the guard and the camera. But the guard is usually the one you want to examine. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. He has a different thing every time. I think before it was like something else when it's Maya and Phoenix in there, technically. But anyway. To the main gate. Oh, fuck. Here we go. That's right. Whoa! Can't wait for this. Guess I could. Okay. October 16th. Global Studios main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome. Aren't you excited? Hey, you there! Oh god, how am I? Yeah, I guess. You want in? You gotta go through me! I can't. Sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. I can't, fuck it. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? I'm not gonna do that anymore. I promise. It's real bad. Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today, something horrible happens and oh god, it's too much. Lawyers, maybe the rest of us maybe should live a life of ease, me, nor where all these young things might be different. Hypey clothes, what are you used to? How many these days? Sun hasn't called in. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Youths today. Oh, fucking Wendy Oldbag. That's her name. Before we even get into it, that's her name. And that's all you need to know about her personality. It works. Studios. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. Children's dreams come true, bleh. In fact, in my younger days... No! You were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Whoa, wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was the studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too, he was. Hammer? Hello! Hey, Zanzi! How's it going? I just saw that. What's up? Hammer? The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Ay. Okay. Do I have her in the profile now? I do. Security lady. Right. You don't know her name yet. That's alright. I forgot. Will Powers. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunches. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. Jack Hammer. Will Powers. Jack Hammer. I never thought about it until right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so good. I love how on the nose they are with names. Oh, there's even a guy coming up who's really on the nose. That I remember, like, entirely. Shit. It's gonna be terrible. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Reason for suspicion. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in the dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one who that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we were here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. What's with the cry face? Alright, well. There's nothing more I can do here at the moment. I have to go to the detention center again. Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Hey, alibi again. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Just now you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady said she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. Sniff. Anyway. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. I would know. I'm new to this. Security lady. About that security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible! She called me suspicious looking! Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once, and she'll never let up on you. Grr, she's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Powers request added to the court record. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Who knows? Do I know? Maybe. Hi! Document proving Will Powers' request for an attorney. Here you go. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Hmm? Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Gave Powers' request to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to the youths of such unreliable appearance. What a nice lady! Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick! Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Yay! Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you! Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! It's okay to steal if it's from somebody who's a mean person, obviously. So yeah, this is your area. Of course, the guide map will be useful later. Outside Studio 1. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Oh, gumshoe. Ah! It's the confused detective! Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault! I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth is in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on the case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, alright. Oh, Gumshoe. You're the best. So how's your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... Hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you've got? What you got? What I got? The report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Autopsy report added to the court record. Let's look at this. Time of death, 10:15 at 2:30 p.m. Caused by a pierce through the chest, or being pierced through the chest by a spear. Not too bad. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. Security lady. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady, what a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? Decisive evidence. What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on the gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? It's right up there. Yeah, whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence! We're finished! Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh ho 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 ho! We'd like to ask the employees some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Okay. He's so happy. Anyway. Let's examine some stuff. We haven't done that for a while. Hey, there's a camera here. We haven't done that at all, actually. Well, except for the last case, I guess. That's the security camera that takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data, and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. Look at this. What's all this? The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hands. Right to the studio, to Studio 1. Left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took the tree down with it, too. Yeah, there's a tree in the way now. Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? To the left, bleh. It looks like a tree fell down over the path. Oh, yeah, that way's kind of dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there, anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. Yeah. So, you can't go... Why can't I... Wait, what? Excuse me. I want to go to Studio 1, please. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Why? Oh, I know. I know. Nick, look! That security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ugh. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Hey, photographic proof. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Hmm? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one, I hate that. If he's not the one, what did it? I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Good one, Sonny! She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense? We already talked about this. Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. Let's go look at it again. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Cool. Can I look at it? The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching! The security guard station. That security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Yeah, can't touch it though. Right, employee area. Can go there now. Yay. October 16th. Global Studios, employee area. Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Well, hey, look, there's Power's dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Sick! Examining. Does that say Will Powers on it? There's a sign on the dressing room door. Mr. Will Powers. It must be neat to be a star and have your own room like this. It's not really that great of a room if it's taped on like that, though, you know? Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Ladies first. Look at that. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right! Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. Technically, yes, you are. Still. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Mmm, T-bone steak. It's so good! Anyway, that would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? There's no music here, by the way. It's creeping me out a little bit. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? No. What? No. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-old Tokyo Castle. Could have sworn that... That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick! You know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? That's a good point. Okay. I think we can move into the room itself. Yeah. What a nice room. October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him take a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth, for his sake. And ours. Oh gosh. Coffee. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. This must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Yay! Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. That's really what you need from here. Let's get out of here. All the rest of the stuff is just more dialogue. Gotta give you some reason to play it. If you haven't. And if you have, well, you know it. Hey, Gumshoe. Oh. Right, we need to actually examine it first. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Beep. It opened! Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Sorry, I didn't say that well enough, but hey. Inside Studio 1. Woo! October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? The chills? That white tape. It's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Oh my god, is it time? Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. I don't know why. That's just a thing you can look at, and that's the dialogue for it. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. But it's fine. It's stepladder. It has no bearing on the case, I promise you, at all. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Yeah, okay. Well, look at that. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone! A real live megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more troubled than I thought. What? Wow, look at that camera. That must have cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you! No touching that! Hey. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know! Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. Or, as she would have probably said it, whoop. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do you know? Do what you can for Whoopa, okay? He never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Yeah, let's talk. How's it going, Penny? I don't remember your last name. The day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. Hang on. What's your last name? Doesn't tell me. Penny Nichols. Penny Nichols! I love it! Oh, it's so good! Penny Nichols. Good stuff. Alright. In the studio the whole day. Okay. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studios aren't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. I see. Neat. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. Whoopa and Hammer were there along with everyone else. She doesn't put dots. She doesn't put periods, so it's Whoopa every time she says it. Like, come on. The employee area, that's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. Excuse me, my god. Who knew that talking nonstop for like hours kinda hurts your voice? After eating lunch, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Okay, is it just me? Or is the security lady, as you can see, and Penny are right there, does she look like she just has a huge mouth gaping, like her tongue is just hanging down? Like, I know that's her wiping her face with a napkin, but she looks like she's just like jawless and her tongue is just wah, like a zombie. Jeez. Okay. Then I saw Whoopa go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Will Powers. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If Whoopa was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Yeah, okay. Sensing someone, though. So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Yeah, I get it. I just wanted to do the dialogue. Excuse me, goodness. Main gate. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Yeah, well. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eee! Alright, you better tell me in quick. You spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her! She's not even a full-time employee! All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths like there was no tomorrow, saying the other things when I tell you when I knew the thing or two about your elders back in the day. It's a shame you're crying. Grrrr! She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can do without her looking over our shoulders. Okay. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick! Maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Well, of course. Come on. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1. That's when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Ah, fuck. 307. There, entered. Got it. I'm the best. Hey, printed out the data for the day. Let's see what we got. Oh, shit. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the only one, or he is the one who always wears the suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Powers' photo? Added to the court record. Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway. Let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. That'd be the day. Cool! That's Act 1. October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Blah. Yeah, Gumshoe. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant, that we will not name. I thought we were gonna say her name, but it's Penny Nichols. It's Penny Nichols, everybody. It's Penny Nichols. You get it? Alright. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear... Yeah, okay. The samurai spear, found lodged in the victim's chest, was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Skip it. We got it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Samurai spear, added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Oh god, here we go. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please! Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Oh, God. So just call me Grandma. So even when I was young, his old bags as children make fun of me, believe it. There's a lot of boys carrying his chest. And call me an old bag, which... objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, sir. I was. Yes, sir? Yes, sir? Essay? 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 I've never heard that. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. I mean, I've read it, but I've never heard it, so I don't know how to say it out loud. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, old bag. Oh, old bag. Who can forget you? No one can forget you after playing this game. No one. Oh, God. On the day of the murder, you got it at 1 p.m. Yeah. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one was supposed to be there, who wasn't supposed to be there, could get in. Was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest doing a run-through. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. Need more water. Chug some honey or something, my goodness. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? Had errands? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know? Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow. I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. It was at 1 when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. At the main gate from until 5. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course! I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper.
Snipper whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon. The whole time. Very well. What did you see? Murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? There's no point in pressing this, but fuck you. How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overly dressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Oh. Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting chewed out by a security guard. Ouch.
Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m.
2? You're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. You would say that to the judge. Now, don't get your skivvies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was.
Powers!
So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said.
Got wax in your ears, Sonny?
Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. So, yeah. But, like, Powers? Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? Yeah. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Huh. Nosy old man.
Of course I have proof. What?
What?
Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone was to be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you.
Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal.
He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. The man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? I keep slipping into like a voice for her, and that's like a bad idea. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. The man in the photo. Alright, I'm gonna save real quick, and then we'll continue in a second. I need to get more water, because I'm 1, thirsty, and 2, killing my throat slowly. So, let me just, yeah, that needs to be with that. Okay, so let me just give me a moment, and I will, oops, I forgot to, this time. Where is my thing? I'm gonna run some music real quick while I go and get that water. So be right back. Okay, sorry about that. So, I have all my water now. Some of it got on me. But, let us continue. Much better. Yeah. Okay. The man in the photo.
Whippersnapper!
Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Youth today always whining about each other, pointing their don't have to make a lady cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. During the run-through of the action scene... Keep pressing, just keep pressing. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. The poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh.
So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped to make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Look, let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think.
She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue with your testimony.
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear. The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear updated in the court record. Breaking the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Yeah, okay. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Power's ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot. Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... where is this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Object! Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Ooh. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Witness's account continued. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay. Time before Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? So... I just, yeah, okay. I just need to... Wait. No, you can't tell from there. Never mind. Never mind. It's my attorney's badge. Anyway. Okay. Just gotta press. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave the donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see. Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. Because of course. Only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before one? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure? The witnesses answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Okay. Let me see. What was it that I need to do? I actually, don't remember? Shit. Like, I remember how the story goes, and I remember, you know, who did it and all that stuff, but the individual steps, they kind of elude me at some points. Because Old Bag's whole thing is, like, a thing. Oh, right. No, I got it. Photo number 2. Hold on. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. One more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. What a dick. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 5th, the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photograph be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access to the only someone with access. The security lady herself. Eh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Course. I see. Your testimony, please. The other person. One of these days, man, I just gotta take a jug of honey and just
Fucking eat it.
Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Amazing. Miss Oldbag. This is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
The other person. Every day, finish guard duties.
Another job?
That's right. I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes.
Do you back up all of the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes.
But that was the wrong use of to. That was TOO. Anyway.
But those computers are just so frustrating. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see?
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out photo.
Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Well, wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through a drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So on the photo that you erased?
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What? Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day? One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade?
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Whooper!
Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone who would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. Sniff. Ah. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Sniff. I don't know if that's being picked up, but it's fucking picking up my nostrils. Jesus. Okay. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are quite simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else who could have committed this crime. I call for the verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Oh, fuck. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Oh no! Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? Well, I mean, you could say Penny, but that doesn't make logical sense. Right? You could say Penny Nichols, but she wasn't there. She was doing the backdrops and stuff, so she didn't know about the limp. So really that just leaves old Windbag. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. Excuse me. There's only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Well, why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Oh god. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? I mean, we could just give her a break, but it's just funnier to just go, no. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day? Whippersnapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Fuck. Your Honor! The murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photograph. Photo, in fact. Look at it. How could the boy have taken that spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Murph. The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy... What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Yeah! Wait a second! Oh god. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking! Oh great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not talk about? But by whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag. This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. What's there to cross-examine? Okay. Global Studios want you to keep quiet about something. So you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
I love that face. I love this face from Edgeworth.
Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studio.
Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer for starters.
The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director?
It's fair enough.
Of course! Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2?
There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head had fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but...
I don't think there's much more information we can get. Like, that's not just dialogue, you know? So, take a break.
Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
It's a great face.
I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Ooh. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigation. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studio. Right! We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. To be continued. Oh, let's do some investigating! I think we'll get through this section of, like, looking for shit. And then once we get to the next trial day, I think I'll end it there. And we'll have that be our nice little cliffhanger. Hey. October 18th. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think Whoopa's chance, got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and producer? Yeah, them. Well, what are we gonna what are we doing here then? Let's go to this. Let's get to the studios. Bleh. Okay. Studio. October 18th, 2:16 p.m. Global Studios main gate. No one's here. Right. Now that they have Miss Oldback in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station. Look, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Is there anything that, like, I can get from in there? Computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. Okay, no. That's fine. Just wanted to know. Employee area. October 18th, Global Studios, employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi, Whoopa's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh? Oh, don't mention it. Is it true that they caught the security lady? Oh! 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 Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? In the back there? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just, lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh? Oh! Well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right. I won't! Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldback. Right. See you later, then. Good luck with your investigation. Thanks. I'm gonna look at your shoddy craftsmanship because I'm just being an asshole. So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Absolutely. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes? Yeah! There. That should make the kids happy. The things we do. Does this have anything? Remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around. Everyone's probably too shocked to clean up. T-bone on one of the plates minus a steak. Okay, that's still just... Okay, I don't think there's too much else to do here just yet. Maybe something in the dressing room, I don't know. October 18th. Global Studios dressing room. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. I don't think there's too much else around here. Maybe this. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here like he said. Yeah, I think we can get out of here. Shouldn't be too much that's going on there just yet. And main gate. Hey, Penny. Oh, hello. Ho! You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Doc! Hey, Penny. The studio. So how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on on them in the employee area. Yeah, can you believe it? Fanboy. Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. The director, etc. all? What? Et al? I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio heads seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Anyway, outside Studio 1. October 18th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now it's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Yeah, okay. To Studio 2! October 18th, Studio 2 entrance. This place is deserted. Crash. Eek! Nick! What was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one at the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Some things to note here. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. It's true. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license. But look, I have this! Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Yeah, little fun fact, Phoenix doesn't know how to drive. I don't think he ever does, actually. It's fun. I like it. Penny, give me a key. Examine. Need a key. Computer looks like it's been turned off for the day. Oh, I need a key though. Whoops. Technically that's the same place, I guess. I want the security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. So you can't do it just yet. So let's go. Oh shit, wait, no. I need to go to
Meant to go to this one. Now we go inside Studio 1. October 18th, Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else, Nick. I don't know if I have exhausted all possibilities just yet, but we will see. Detention center, probably, actually, as well. October 18th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. You can say that again. Let's not. So, whoopah! Do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction? Sorry, but no. Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. Talk a little bit. Exhaust his dialogue. The fanboy. Do fanboys sneak into the office, to the studios often? No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them. But in today's testimony, didn't she say they were often hanging around? The kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. The director. Was the director present at the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate should move. Why didn't you tell us that before? Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet. That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's gonna lose big. I see. Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you? No. I sure hope not. Have anything for you? Tell me about this. Regarding the murder weapon. Yes? Whoa. Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively. And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through? Oh yes, I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though. With duct tape, we heard. Okay. So yeah, that's just showing them random things. Don't need to do that, though. Brain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Yeah, where was I supposed to go? Ah! What the fuck? Oh, no, not this. Oh, that's right. I forgot he speaks like this. Oh, no. WTF? Who are you dudes? Lamau. Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. I don't want to have to read this. Whatever, lamers. How could you not know the great Saul Manila? I make delete shows. The Steel Samurai? Mine. RTFC, read the film credits. Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry. You look so sorry. No, quite alright, really. It's fine. Raffle. What is it? You know, on closer inspection... yeah. Hot, slobber. Ugh. What? Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume Roxor's drool. Roxor's? What? Hey, you're drooling. Huh? Lol. Buffer overrun. Pant. You've triggered my creative powers, and by that I mean my Cr34 T1V3 P0W3Rs. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. The sequel to the Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Raffle Lamau. Pink Princess? Why has it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Oh, jeez. I hate talking to Sal. Sal Manila is... He's always like this. Day of the crime. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who you dudes are. The security lady told you about us, huh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run through for an action scene in the morning. Like, nobody talks like that, right? Like, no one in their right mind talks like that, right? Please tell me that no one in their right mind would ever do that. In real life. Say these kinds of things. Ugh. It hurts. Because that's, like... It doesn't, like, no normal person, even if they use some sort of language like that on the internet, would not say that in real life. Although we are living in the age of fucking Tide Pods, so I guess, I don't know. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. Heh. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Sad face. The T-bone steak, right? Wasn't it? Was it? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sucksores? I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon till after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that means that meeting gives him an alibi. Producer. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary though. Sweats. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. The bigwigs. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into the limousine and he got here right around noon. I could give him the voice that I really just want to give him, but it's too much for him. It's like too good for him. Major attention. Sweats. Were all of them with you the entire time? I'm gonna do it. Here we go.
Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Scowl.
Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. When he's
I just... It'll be even more grating once he's actually on the stand. Because he's gonna be on the stand. Aha! You again! Eek! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost. You certainly got... Sorry. You certainly got back to your post quickly. Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare steel samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go. I guess that would rule out her being the murderer. Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now. 1, 2, 3. This lady's too much. Fanboy. About that kid you said you saw. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder? If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick! I think she's losing it. Yeah. Bye. There we go. Hey! Hey, wait! I'll bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, kiddo. What's your name, sport? Kiddo. I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. There's no way to talk to that's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here, hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody. Cody Hackins. Oh my god. Cody Hackins. Oh, that's right. I forgot his last name. Call me Kiddo again, and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. Oh, Jesus. I love the characters. The Steel Samurai. So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai. How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai's side. Ha ha! Ha ha! You can't fool me. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy. Like some fries with that? Huh. Not bad, kiddo. Watch it. What are they doing? What happened? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always, the Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. What? Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Empty bottle slipped into pocket. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything? Okay. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Ought of her to leave her post. Hey! Nick, that was her. Stop, whippersnapper! Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Natch! Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Alright, first off, I want to see this. Found on the table in the employee area, the label reads, sleeping pills. Anyway, this is the perfect opportunity to get... Hey, Nick! Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh! This is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Trailer key slipped into your pocket. Who cares about the core record right now? We're stealing! Yeah! Okay. Here we go. I just gotta examine it, I think. Yeah. There we go. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great! Let's go, Nick. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Ah, not that eager. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Eek! Someone's in here! Names. Our names? The names? Well, we're Whoopa's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you be? You... D. Vasquez, the producer. D. Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. Hi, there's no music, and it's weird. The day of the crime. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. So, the thing about her is that she needs that script. Like, that's the thing that she needs. I don't know. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Actually, I think I know who I have to talk to. Hang on. Let's get out of here. What a weirdo, right? She's like... She's just kind of like that. It's just incredibly birdy around here. Hey, Mr. Guy Who Made It. Oh, okay. This is Whoopa, right? Sorry.
This is Whoopa, right?
How do you know?
Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot.
Alright, the director would know about the injury. He was there. Maybe I don't have to talk to you about it. I thought I did, but maybe not. Oh, wait, I know where it is. I'm an idiot. My bad. Inside Studio 1. I remember it. It's right there. Yeah, you can see it. I think. That's right? Huh? Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards that they clap at the start of filming. And look! A megaphone! A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick, action. Wait. Really? I thought it was there. Shit. No idea where it is. It's so quiet. It's so weird. I don't like it. Steel Samurai. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her! Hey, don't get mad at me. The director. About the director. Saul Manila, was it? What, exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. That's right. Forgot. Why would we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright. We'll give it to him if we see him. That's what I was thinking of. My brain is out of order for what you have to do here. My bad. Okay, okay. So now you have to go to him, which he is so many clicks away. Boop. Hey. Bring me the script. Here, I got this from the producer.
Huh? Bring the script for episode 13? Episode 13, where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Sweats. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it. Shakes.
Nick, it might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Fuck. Now I actually have to look. He said he missed lunch, so it's not gonna be here, actually. Like I thought... It's not gonna be out here. Is it Studio 1? Is that not? Thank you. We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Thank you. Okay. I was right. Can't just get it. You have to do the certain amount of events. Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. It's where I wanted to sit in one of these, the director. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! I found it, Nick. The script. Good work. Script placed in pocket. Yeah. That's it. Episode 13. Okay, cool. Oh my god. Sup, D? Here you go. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are? Powers lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? I mean the tree, but the blocked path. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. Oh, that's why, yeah. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer. Stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, ook, ook. Always the ooking. It is a monkey, after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick! It stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. The path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. And apparently you can't go over the tree or, you know, any of that, so don't worry about it. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in the studio at 2:30. See? Goodbye. Bye! Mr. Monkey data added to the court record. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides Whoopa who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Yeah, okay. October 18th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got 1 lead. Mia, it's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right! Oh, wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What did you mean we have 1 lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you losers. I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should get back to the studio. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. Okay. October 18th, Global Studios, main gate. I don't know how to puff, like, as a noise. What's wrong? Huff, puff, whippersnapper. She's been chasing that boy this whole time. Huff, puff. When I catch him, I... Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, whippersnapper. A hostage? Oh, the fanboy. What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. My heart don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. Hostage. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one. It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might not talk to us might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, might I? No! I'm catching that brat if this is the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? A trade, huh? I wonder. I don't know this. Miss Oldbag, I'm borrowing this, just so you know. Oh, okay. Just be sure to give it back. Puff. She's not as demanding when she's exhausted. Okay, never mind. Not that. Oh, right, this, obviously. Hey, that's a card for Studio 1. Right, a card key to Studio 1. I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan. I'm like making myself like have like my head is dizzy now a little bit. Okay, you don't have your own card, Miss Oldback? Studio 1 is in my turf. You'll let me borrow it then? If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio 1. Yeah. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Card key lent to Miss Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal? What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card? That sneaky kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though. Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Steel Samurai card added to the court record. Sick. Right, I'm off. Bye. There she goes, hobbling off toward the studio. Okay. So I believe that he is over here. October 18th. Global Studios employee area. Sup? Hey! Hey you! Wait a second. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Atkins. I think he ran into the dressing room. Okay. October 18th. Global Studios dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you. Damn it! He's getting away. Come back. There, he's back. Trying to get a peek at someone else changing. No. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. I'm dead. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. Here's your cards. Cody, this look familiar? Hey, my UR! Or my You are? Huh? You are, you know, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Against all authority except my mother, poster in Cuba. I'll give you this if you help me. But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect is skewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Well, what do they teach these kids in school these days? They definitely don't teach them that. Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble? If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards. They're way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Premium rare? Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? Alright, so we gotta go find that now. It's
I know who has it, I think. This fucking... yeah, it's annoying. Nope. Ah, God, I went back to where I didn't want to be. This one. And now... outside Studio 1. And now... outside Studio 2. And now... into this trailer. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Oh, hi! Now they teach kids about immortality through quantum. Oof. Oh, hi. Hello. What brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? Nope. She's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Not like she's channeling a dead person through her or anything. Don't worry about that. There you go. Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. That's it! That's the card I need. You don't know how long I've been looking for it. I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. Please! I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Trade me a... huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please! Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everybody getting so excited about? Okay. Okay. Really? Thanks! Then this is for you. ERP card added to the court record. Thank God. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Except, what? Phoenix doesn't understand what these new-fangled things are. Okay. Now we go give it to Cody. It's a little bit of back and forth, but you know, as you do. Hi. You wanted an ultra rare premium card? Well, it just so happens. See this card? Yeah, so wait! That's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need. How convenient! Come on, give it to me. Please, you gotta give it to me. Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay, how about a trade? You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards, I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. Gave ERP card to Cody. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something about something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow. Yeah, okay. So, you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool! I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Oh, me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai. So tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. Willpower's acting. His fighting skills. Gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, wazam! The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Check this out. It's my fan album. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Those stupid publicity stunts. Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never miss one. A perfect collection. Check it out. My new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory.
The Steel Samurai always wins. Always! Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. It's true. Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you. Path to Glory received. Amazing. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. Okay. Yeah, question mark? What happened? You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody. Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too. I saw everything. Well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. What you saw. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2. I had to come in through the woods out back so that old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost though. I was in there for maybe a half an hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that, what is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So, the only person left who it could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal! I heard everything. This boy here's a key witness. And he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct. No! I ain't going. Wah! That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa! Come on, the trial is tomorrow. Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? Yeah, of course. Of course he is! That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. To be continued. Cool. Alright. I gotta find that sound clip. I'm gonna use that sound clip now. I love that. And I forgot that that's a thing. Like, I'm gonna go find it later. But that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you for watching. We have done quite a bit. We're going to go into trial next time. But yeah. Thank you so very much. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so we are gonna do whatever I feel like tomorrow because, you know, it's not a set schedule thing, but I'll figure it out. Bye, Red Manning. See you, everybody. Have a good whatever time of day it is for you. I'm gonna go drink honey.